Daily Broadside, day 755. I love chaos. All right. I like when I go out in public and people are like arguing and fighting and all. I'm just like, oh, a rat on a Cheeto. I'm right up in the mix of it. I just love watching it, you know. And so the other day I go to Lowe's to pick up an order that I had made. And when I got there, I get out of the truck and I was with somebody, and I was like, I get out of the truck and I piped up. I heard a disturbance, you know. And they were talking to me. I was like, hold on. And then I realized over in the contracting entrance, right, under the covered lumber area, there's an Asian guy just raising two hells at a bunch of employees. And at first I saw a forklift and a trailer. And so I thought maybe they just destroyed his trailer by putting too much weight on it or hitting it or, you know, something like that. So I was like, I'll be back. And so I take off to go see what was the matter. I sprang out of bed to see what the clatter, throwing him up in the sash, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I get up there and he is so pissed. I have no idea what he's pissed about because I don't speak Mandarin and neither did anybody else at Lowe's. But as I go inside, oh, what do my wondering eyes see? Someone has dumped an entire 5-gallon bucket of paint onto the ground, and it's gotten on other people's carts and some of their products, and I'm like, what did you, I guess I got it tinted and all. I don't know if they're opening it or it didn't get closed properly. I don't know what happened, but 5 gallons of paint on concrete and all the patrons is a funny sight to see. Meanwhile, this Asian comes in just raising hell to the manager's desk, and he didn't even see like some of the paint had trickled over to the door. He's walking through the paint, so there's like little Asian footprints all the way over to the pro desk, and I'm like, this is great. You know, everybody's all pissed off at everybody. Anyway, it gets sorted out. By the time I got my stuff to leave, the Asian guy was still angry, but he had spoken to a manager, best I could tell from his broken English, and was getting things sorted out. And I still don't know what the problem was, but I love the entertainment. And they were in the process of doing a deep clean on the concrete and all this. But then I go to the pro desk, and I'm like, hey, I need to get something out of the cage outside that I've ordered, right? And I'm talking to this black female, pretty little girl. So I guess she's probably like in her late 20s. And for whatever reason, like, it's not really crazy crowded in there at this point, because I had to wait for a few people. And but she starts talking like mad S to me, like to the point where I was like, am I on like some kind of hidden camera? This is like a little excessive for an employee customer relationship, but I like the cut of her jib. So I mildly start talking back, you know, and all this. And so she ends up asking for my phone number, and I'm like, well, this is crazy. And then I got to thinking, I was like, this is what Lowe's needs. You know, you got Home Depot, you got Lowe's, you got Menards, you got all these places around the country, these big box stores, and they're always competing to see who can be better and where you want to go. I particularly like Home Depot, but I typically go to Lowe's because I can get a discount on things that Home Depot doesn't necessarily offer. But I would, if I had my druthers, I would pick. You don't see druthers. That doesn't get said enough. If I had my druthers, I would go to Home Depot. But here's what I'm thinking. I was like, what if this is what they've got going on? You ever see like, you know, like I've been into Lowe's like really early in the morning, and the manager has the entire team of employees surrounding a big circle. He's giving this big pep speech. He's like, all right, boys, we're going to say hello to everybody we see. Can I help you? I'm from Lowe's. I'm here to help. You know, and he's giving this pep talk. And it was kind of weird. It's like, can y'all do this like in the break room? Because it was really weird because everybody standing in a circle is like, it's 5:52 a.m. I don't want to hear this leadership pep talk, you know, right now. I just need to like inject coffee into my veins and get through the day, you know. And anyway, so it's kind of like that. Like, I don't know if that's their new push. It's like, because, you know, you can go Pro Awards, they'll give you, you know, 10% off on your paint if you buy enough of it. They'll give you a free drink here and there and all these other things if you spend tens of thousands of dollars. But what if they're like, hey, it's like a management restaurant on a Monday night. Push the fish. It's starting to turn, you know, from waiting, right? David Keckner, or whatever his name was. But no, this is like, hey, if you see any customers that look like they're single, just put yourself out there. You know, I think people will like that. And it's true. People do like being asked for their number, you know, typically speaking. I mean, I could have been married just not wearing a ring. She doesn't know, but hey, she shot her shot. That's what I'm saying. I got my items. I'm just saying, like, crazier things have happened, you know. All I'm saying is, if that's your new push, Lowe's, to start dating the customer base, I like the cut of their jib too. That was a wise marketing decision. Whatever managerial mid-level guy proposed that in a meeting, like, Stan, I understand that our third quarter losses are really hitting us hard. What if we started dating the customers? Do you think they would like us more? They would probably come to us more if they knew that they might get a date out of it or whatever. And you'd be like, Randall, that's brilliant, and then it goes from there. It trickles down. I don't know. But anyway, all I'm saying is I go to those places all the time. And I was in there, God, it must have been, that was probably 2 months ago. And there's these couple guys in there, obviously flipping a house or something, because they've bought 19 different ceiling fans. And he is in there absolutely cussing this dude at the service desk because he won't take the return, because they've got this policy now that if it's not on your app or you don't have the receipt, the card that it was on, they won't take it at all, because they got so much people. There's so many people will steal from them and then go to another Lowe's and return it, and then they get 100% of the value back. And so that was just a rampant theft, fraud thing. They did away with it. It's like, hey, if it ain't on your card or it doesn't show up on the app where you've purchased it, we're not taking it back. And this guy, he's talking about, I've been shopping here forever. I'm like, well, then you would know their policy. And I on occasion will step into these situations, and in defense of the people that seem to be indefensible behind the desk there, because they can't just come across and say what they want to say, or they'll get fired or put on social media blast or whatever. But I'm like, dude, take you 19 ceiling fans, pack it back up into your little car and go somewhere else, because he's not going to take it. He can't. He's not making the rules. The computer's not going to let him do it, you dumb piece of crap. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Y'all have a great Saturday afternoon.